Bonjour, bonjour everyone! Today we went to 3 different venues. We started with KINO, then Miners CoOp, and for last, PUEBLO.
See the orange?
So is it like
This stuff will actually hold a purple charge. You hit it with a high wave, it'll go purple, and you put it in sunlight, it goes white again. That's what Hackmanite does, yeah. This stuff, we discovered this outcrop 6 months ago. So we have 5 tons being processed overseas into spheres, towers, palms, slabs, that kind of thing. And then the natural light exposure we found on the same. They actually found 2 new micro minerals in this deposit of natural light. So, and this is peridot from Vernon, that's in Canada. I thought it would be fun to try and compete with the Arizona peridot. So we airlift, most of my minerals are airlifted off by helicopter. We airlift off 10, 15 tons at a time, and we put them on a semi-flat. So we did a project up there for the peridot a few years ago. Northwest Territories calcites. That's from the Northwest Territories. Hi, how are you?
We came across Chris's booth, and he was a fellow Canadian. We decided to hang around, and he was really friendly, and he had interesting minerals, and he's really knowledgeable too. I only made a few purchases with Chris, but I decided that instead of bringing a lot of heavy pieces on the plane with me, I'll visit him. He's gonna be in Ottawa, I think in the spring, and I'll just drive there a couple hours and I'll bring more to my shop. You wanna see a selection of what Canada has to offer in terms of minerals? Go and visit Silver Cove Rocks at the KINO show.
Let me teach you about these.
Yeah.
So the mine shut down in the 80s. Okay, we actually acquired this material from a driller. All right, the driller retired. He worked for 30 years. When the mine shut down, he retired. And his family, he's now getting up there in age, and his family was selling off his estate, and we wound up with the terminals. So that's what those came from. So it was the only active lithium mine in Canada.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very comfortable. And it's red tourmaline. I mean, as far as I know, there's only 2 occurrences for red tourmaline in Canada. One is the Stargazer claim, which is owned by Brad Wilson in the Northwest Territories, and the other one is Tango. Tango was recently just acquired by a large mining company out of Asia, and they're talking about reopening it to the largest open pit mine in North America. Now, if that happens, it'll be cool for Canada's economy, but it'll be a hole in the ground. But at any rate, yes, that's old stock, it's out of the 80s. You can't go in there. You just can't randomly wander in the gates now and go try siphoning through the dumps. It's not a big no-no. So anyways, I'm pretty proud to have it. And then this comes from Fairy Meadows. This material we helicoptered off Fairy Meadows. It's actually isolated. It's about 9 miles from a forestry trunk road and 100 miles down that forestry road to Asheville.
Can I do a check?
So that's where this material comes from. We did a project up there 2 seasons ago.
C'est cool, hein? Le mix.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna take this material and take a toaster oven, okay? Put it on low heat. Heat up the opticon. It's called opticon. It's a fracture sealer. So it's on low heat. You're gonna mix the hardener and the opticon together into a little tray. Get it good and warm. And you're gonna take these, drop these into a little tray when it's warm, and put it into your vacuum chamber and turn it on.
Is it epoxy?
It's like an epoxy. Okay. It'll go right into the gem and turn it off and turn it back on a few times to let the bubbles permeate. Pull it out, wipe it off, stick it in the oven for about an hour or 2 afterwards, and it'll permeate into the tourmaline to make it hard. Then you can cut it. Sometimes you stabilize a stone once or twice, but it works really well. And it works great when you have stones that don't want to take a polish. Stabilize it, it'll take a glass polish. I've done that with Andamuka concrete opal, a few other stones. It works really well. Same process they use for turquoise.
Yeah. Here I'm visiting two companies from the Ottesons. They really have a lot of nice minerals to offer, mostly turquoise, vericide, and I think some white buffalo and maybe other things. I was really interested in the Blackjack, and Lapidary Dave made a video about it I think a few months ago, and I found it so beautiful that I really wanted to have some for myself to make cabochons. So I went through the rough and I picked a few pieces. At first, I will be selecting a few nuggets that are really colorful. This one's a bit more pricey. And later I'm gonna go through this bin at the back where you see more matrix, black matrix, but it has a few nice veins, and I think they're gonna make really interesting rings and pendants.
On dirait, c'est vraiment cool. C'est que tu vois tous les trous qu'il y a dedans. C'est beau, hein?
Let me know in the comments if you have worked before with the Blackjack Turquoise, and is it easy to get a shine on the black matrix?
Je comprends pas que ça a l'air d'être un bloc. Comment les gens vont croire que c'est vrai?
There are so many colors and the matrix can be kind of funky.
C'est beau, mais c'est comme ça, je pourrais pas rien faire avec ça. Je vais juste voir. Check ça. C'est beau, hein? Ça, je trouve ça cool pareil, mais...
I think the pattern in these turquoise will look cool if I make more statement jewelry with it, like bigger cabochons, and putting the rock more as a central piece.
Check ça, ça fait un chevron dedans.
Nice. Deux chevrons.
Ça doit être fucking cher. C'est quoi? $1 le gramme. Ça fait un beau design. Parce que là, ça c'est $358. J'en ai enlevé quelques-uns. Je voulais juste voir. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's really fun at their booth because they let you weigh the pieces yourself and you can figure out how much you want.
C'est lourd, fait que je sais pas quel j'élimine. Oh, ça. C'est tout ça.
The tough decisions. Which one I keep, which one I toss away.
Qu'est-ce que tu garderais? Qu'est-ce que tu enlèverais? J'enlèverais lui.
Ben, ça, c'est
C'est une craque, là.
Ah, ok, ouais, c'est une craque, là. Ça, c'est le fun à faire.
Ouais.
C'est bon.
Moi, j'enlève lui.
Celui-là, il est comme...
Ok.
Celui-là, il est très beau.
Ok. On est avec ça. Puis ça, c'est les petits.
Thank you, David, for helping me making my final decision.
Blackjack.
Now we're driving to the miners' co-op and look at these beautiful mountains. Silver Hill Lapidary. They have a really nice selection. And I also like it when vendors have slabs because sometimes you don't have a really huge saw blade.
So they don't sell it anymore. Sometimes the Chinese buy it back.
Oh, so rare.
Yeah. Well, it's like their favorite. Gold Mountain, and I think there's one called Young Guy. There's a couple mines that are, they regard very highly. That's what I got my own to do.
Je sais comment c'est cool ça.
Oh, it's almost like it's a card big size.
Some inside are a little sparse. Some inside are really rich.
Oh yeah, it's a
really hard to
surprise.
tell.
As you see, I love blue, I love green. And in March last year, I purchased from them Green Dream. Green Dream is the cousin stone of the Gaspéite. Gaspéite, originally named after Gaspésie in Quebec. And there are some in Mexico and also in Australia. What is your favorite stone? If you're a lapidarist, what do you like to cut? At the moment I'm using a Genie 2. It's the cabbing machine from Diamond Pacific. I really love it, but I think I want to add a bit more variety of wheel grits, so I would need another machine to add a few different wheels. I want to make some cabochons with harder stones too. I don't really want to be using cerium because my lungs are not that great since I was never wearing a mask for many years, using so many different products. I was working with wood, I was working with ceramics, oil paintings. So now I'm more sensitive. I wear a full face mask when I work, and it's really important for me just to make sure I take care of my lungs. So I don't want to be using any fine powders. This Autumn Creek turquoise looks so much like Verisites, like the color is really green. So sometimes it's hard to tell if you don't know what the stone is.
Ça sent trop. Peut-être ça sent green, ça.
Oui, c'est pas pareil. Je trouve que c'est quand même c'est assez unique.
Ouais, j'adore le viande, ça va sûrement être cher, ça. Je dis toujours la même affaire. C'est quand même cool, ça. T'as vu les couleurs? C'est comme brun avec des petits bouts de...
Ouais, c'est vraiment nice. C'est comme du graffiti.
Peut-être je suis mieux de prendre des petits morceaux.
Angelwing Vericide is one of my favorite stones. It cuts so well and it shines like a diamond. And yeah, try it, you're gonna like it. And most of my customers prefer this to turquoise.
Cool, là? Là, on va prendre un morceau de turquoise. C'est bien. On va prendre une couleur plus vive comme celle-là. Celle-là, regarde, elle a une ligne dedans. Il n'y a rien de ce côté-là. Tu me souviens ici?
Oui.
C'est beau, hein, ça?
Très.
C'est cute, hein? C'est d'être capable de prendre le tour dans le bijou, là, un peu jaune, puis un peu de... Check celui-là. Je trouve ça beau avec le... Ah, il y a du vert dedans. Qu'est-ce que tu préfères en ça? Ce style-là ou ce style-là?
Mais les deux sont.
Pas plus un que l'autre?
Non. C'est sûr que lui il est particulièrement. C'est écœurant aussi. Ça, c'est vraiment beau de l'autre côté, là. Oui.
Ouais. Il est cher aussi.
Oh, wow. C'est vraiment beau.
Je pense que pour l'essayer, je pourrais en prendre comme juste quelques heures comme ça. Je sais pas si tu vois ici. Lui aussi il est beau, mais peut-être c'est mélangeant si ça se ressemble trop.
Tu voulais voir la jambe?
Je suis pas sûre.
Non, c'est beau. Oh,
C'est drôle, hein? Je pense que c'est Lemon. C'est juste une couleur, mais ça a l'air du plastique, mais c'est pas du plastique. C'est beau, hein? Je sais pas c'est quoi.
tu veux
Le nom doit être de l'autre côté.
Ah oui.
Non, peut-être? J'en prends juste un parce que ça coûte cher, c'est bon.
I don't recall seeing his company name, but if you know, leave it in the comments.
That's quite a camera holder.
Yeah, we just bought it when we came.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just because I thought I want to make a nice video for you.
I think there's a man in the Jade slab.
So you said Washington?
Yeah.
Okay.
Deer Creek.
You're good.
That was nice.
Ça aussi.
Ouais.
Bien.
Wow.
Attends, peut-être par ici. C'est ça? C'est toi qui caches avec ton nom.
Vraiment.
C'est quoi ça? Ah, c'est 115, hein?
Ouais, c'est ça.
Wow.
Ouais, c'est un gros chunk.
Non, mais c'est ça, moi je. Faudrait que j'aille un petit morceau de ça.
And it permeated the brick.
So what's the rocket?
It's a brick.
Oh.
And it absorbed that copper as they were smelting.
Oh,
So just like
okay.
silica, like a crystal?
No, and I was told that it's pretty hard to cap. So
Well, it's hard to, it's more like a specimen.
that it didn't cap well. I don't know that for a fact,
Okay.
but that's what I was told.
Any spot. And if a little bit thicker, you can how easily to cut it.
Oh, so I can make two.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can double your profit then.
Okay.
Because it's not breakable, it's very durable. Like normally,
With this one?
yeah.
Yeah.
This is 2 plus 2 is around 3 in value, and this is 1 value.
Okay.
in there. And I've got 80 pounds of this.
Wow.
That was the first
stone I ever buy around.
I can you
Can I put it
give you
aside?
an idea of how this pricing?
Here I'm purchasing some Spectrolite. They come from Finland and they are a variety of Labradorite, but they're not as translucent. They're really opaque and they have really nice colors. The highest quality is the ones that has some purple in it, and the hardness is between 6 and 6.5. So it shouldn't be too hard to make cabochons with it, but it should take a really nice polish. It's said to be a mysterious stone and to have northern lights shining into them. The owner was really nice and kind enough to take a lot of time to explain everything about the stone.
In my website.